For years, the Duggar family has shared their lives with the world. We've watched their celebrations, their changes, and all the moments they chose to make public. But recently, something unusual began to happen. A member of the family suddenly vanished from social media. No posts, no stories, no photos, and no updates of any kind. They just went silent. At first, nobody thought much of it. People take breaks from social media all the time. Life gets busy, stressful, or overwhelming. But as the weeks turned into months, the silence started to feel different. This particular family member had always been active. They posted regularly, appeared in family photos, and stayed connected with fans. And then, without any warning, it all just stopped. Fans began to ask questions in the comments sections. Where are they? Is everything okay? Why haven't we seen them? But no answer came from the family. The missing person didn't respond, and the rest of the Duggars remained quiet on the matter. As more time passed, their absence became impossible to ignore. Gatherings, birthdays, holidays, and major events were all shared online. Almost everyone else appeared in the photos, smiling for the camera. But one person was conspicuously missing. Their absence cast a shadow over every picture, creating an empty space that everyone noticed. Naturally, people started looking for clues. They scrolled through old posts, checked tagged photos, and combed through recent comments. They were searching for any sign that the missing person was still active somewhere online. But every search led to the same dead end: total silence. The person hadn't posted, liked, or commented on anything for a very, very long time. It's only deepened the mystery. Was this person struggling with something privately? Were they just tired of all the public attention? Had they moved away? Or were they simply choosing to live a quiet life for a while? The Duggar family offered no explanation. They didn't mention the person by name, they didn't update fans on their well-being, and they didn't share any details. This wall of silence only fueled more speculation and concern. The worries grew when a very important family event took place. Photos were posted, and nearly everyone was there. But again, the one missing member was nowhere to be seen. This seemed to confirm what many already suspected. This wasn't just a casual break from social media. It was an intentional disappearance from the public eye. The silence was a deliberate choice. Some fans theorized that the missing member might be dealing with emotional exhaustion. Growing up in such a large family, constantly being watched, judged, and living under a microscope can be incredibly stressful. It's a level of pressure most of us can't even imagine. Then, after many months of absolute quiet, a tiny detail emerged. A relative tagged the missing family member in an old photo, a throwback memory. The tag didn't lead to an active profile, but it did reveal one important truth. The missing member was still in contact with the family. They weren't completely gone. They were just choosing to stay private. This small clue completely changed the tone of the mystery. It suggested that the missing person was safe, still connected to their loved ones, and likely just taking some much-needed time for themselves. The silence started to feel less like a sign of danger and more like a period of quiet, personal recovery. The Duggar family has always dealt with intense public attention. Every decision they make becomes a topic of debate. Every silence is dissected for hidden meanings. Every family moment can turn into a headline. For someone who grew up inside that world, stepping back and reclaiming their privacy might be the healthiest choice they could ever make. To this day, the missing member has not returned to social media. They haven't shared any updates, photos, or messages. But we're starting to understand that sometimes quiet isn't a sign of trouble. Sometimes it's a sign of healing. They might be working on themselves, focusing on their mental health, or building a new private life away from all the pressure. They could be taking time to figure out who they are outside of the public persona they've had their whole life. Whatever the reason, it seems the family is respecting their choice. They're protecting their privacy. They're giving them the space to heal, and they aren't forcing them back into the spotlight before they're ready. For now, the silence continues. But silence doesn't always mean something is wrong. Sometimes silence means growth. Sometimes silence means peace. And sometimes silence means a person has finally chosen their own well-being over the expectations of the outside world. Fans are still waiting and hoping that one day the missing member will return, even if it's just with a single photo or a short message to let everyone know they were doing well. But until that day comes, all we can do is respect their choice, their privacy, and their journey. In the long history of the Duggar family, this missing chapter has become one of the most emotional and mysterious moments in years. It's a powerful reminder that behind the public image, there are real people with real struggles and a real need for space. And sometimes, the most significant update is no update at all. Thanks for watching. If you want to stay updated on stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next video.